right, so as you know, and it's okay if you're still pulling up your handout, that's fine. As you know, today the lesson is how to write constructive criticism comments. And you're going to write at least 3 of these on your fellow students' online presentations. If when you go to do this assignment, you see that one video has like 4 comments and there's a video that has none, please go straight to the one that has none. I want everybody to get at least a couple of comments so you can fill out your part of the form and get some feedback. So let's show you what constructive criticism looks like if it's done right. So this quote is by Brené Brown, and she's really, really good with dealing with people. In fact, a lot of the anxiety strategies I've taught you are from her. So she brings up this point, which I think is correct. The difference between criticism and constructive criticism is empathy. So that means feeling what other people feel or trying to imagine how they feel. So constructive criticism is where you give specific comments to help the other person improve, whether that's in coaching. So if you've been in a sport, you've had this happen. Okay? Coaching, speeches, you can do this for just about anything. One problem with it is some people hear criticism, that word, and think it means bashing. And that is not the goal. The goal is to help the person by giving the commentary. Details are key. Don't just give adjectives. So don't just write good. Be specific. What about it made it good? And also be on the lookout for people's strengths. A lot of time, I've noticed in doing this job, a lot of time people don't know their strengths because they're too close to it. They can't see it. Point it out for them. So if you're watching someone's online presentation, you're like, wow, I wish I was creative like this person. Write exactly that. I wish I was as creative as you. This is great. All right, so how you're going to do it, like I said, you're going to watch 3 videos and write at least 1 comment for each. Then you're going to review the comments you get to fill out your handout. So let's show you what that handout looks like. Review that with you. Okay. So far, so good, knock on wood. So here's the rubric. Okay, so for it says task 3. Just write briefly which student presentations you watched. So if you watched Jude's, for example, you just write Jude. All right. Then you're going to write, just briefly, summarize or at least write one of the comments you get. What kind of criticism did you get? If I can get this to page down, that would be cool. Oh, it went all the way down. Cool. All right. And then your last prompt for today is last thoughts on posting constructive criticism comments. As you recall, this is the first time I've taught Sp2. So I'm trying to improve it as I go. This is a great place to give me what works and what isn't, or just overall what you think. So those are your prompts for today, and tomorrow we'll do the Unit 3 reflection. All right, so I'm going to go back to the slides and show you some examples of some constructive criticism. So here's some sentence starters for you. So for example, write what's awesome. So you could start with, I really liked, or one of the most powerful elements in this is, or you are really good at. You can also do a consider changing comment. Like, I would consider changing the introduction, it's confusing. Or have you, a lot of times a question works for great constructive criticism. Like, have you considered slowing down slightly? That kind of thing. Whatever you do, just phrase it so it sounds positive. That's the trickiest part. All right, and then I really like the way the most successful thing was, it was great when in the first, second, third part, you get the idea. If you see they're missing details, write that. If there's any part where you watched it and you were confused, write that. Any questions so far? All right, you folks have time to not only watch those presentations, but to comment. If you wish to watch with another person, that is absolutely fine. So feel free to do that. And as always, let me know if you need things.